Geordie Paul here. Welcome back to Magpie Movies and to a brand new video. Today is a collection video. The last time I checked when going through my previous videos, back on the 21st of March 2021, so last year, I did a US and UK iTunes collection, I believe. We're now on the 16th of March, so nearly a year later. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to do an update for you because I have added a few more things to them. But I'm going to do it in two parts. So this is part one, which is going to be for purely my UK iTunes collection. So before we get on with that, if you're new to the channel and you want to become a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button. Become a subscriber and hit the notification bell. So whenever I do a new video, you lovely people will be the first to know. And of course, hit the like button because that'll help me with my YouTube channel get noticed. So thank you for that. So yes, so I have three iTunes accounts and one Google Play account. So I have a UK iTunes account, a US or United States iTunes account, and then a Canadian account, and then Google Play. So every now and again, I've got an app called Cheap Charts, and if a movie is reduced, like $2.99 or something, I'll pick it up. It's very much around Arrow. When Arrow titles do the $7.99 or buy one get one free, at stores, Zalvia, HMV or whatever, they reduce the prices of them on the iTunes Apple Store down to $2.99. So it's worth picking them up, even if it's just a one-off watch. So the following video is something that I recorded downstairs using my 4K telly because it's got an Apple app attached to it, and I'll go through it with you. So over to me, and I'll show you my collection. So here we are, the TV's on because I've got no idea how to do two things at once. So I'm going to go through, as I said previously, my UK iTunes account and all the titles I've got on there. So as you can see, this is my Apple TV. I don't have the box. This is just the app running through my 4K telly. So we'll go through to my library. If I go to it correctly, there we go. So I'll move along on the left to my movies. So here they are all in alphabetical order. So we shall go through them. So we have Steven Spielberg's Adventures of Tintin. Allied, a film I've never ever seen, but it's on there. We have American Psycho, a great picture. I did have the 4K disc, but I sold it. But I've got the 4K on here. What else we've got? Amistad, which came free with HMV Premium. Anthropoid, whatever. From there, classic 90s Arachnophobia, great movie. Arctic, Mads Mikkelsen in the Arctic. It does exactly what it says on the tin. And also for you, so you know, a lot of these got imported before I really got into my iTunes. So when I had the discs, brought them across, they're already on here, and now every day I check online to see whether or not there's anything cheap. To see with Assassin's Creed, that's 4K. Audition, a part of the obviously Arrow video collection, but these ones, when they do this sale at HMV or $7.99 or buy one get one free, they reduce the digital ones to $2.99, so I'll pick that one up. Batman, 1989, my favourite Batman in 4K. Baywatch, because it was free, don't like the film, but it's there. Becky, didn't get it physically because it's not available on Blu-ray in the UK, so I got that just HD. Beetlejuice 4K, Ben-Hur, again a free one, why not put it on. Another Arrow video one, Bird with the Crystal Plumage, Dario Argento's 4K, haven't watched it yet. Black Sheep, great black comedy about zombie sheep, really worth watching. Black Swan, again an old one, I haven't really watched that one yet. Blindside, the one my mother gave me, she likes it. The great Kurt Russell in Breakdown, 4K upgrade on here. I think it is released over in America as well as Australia on a certain edition, but this one's 4K. Bridge River Kwai came in, you remember that big set they got, the Columbia Classic set? Well, this was part of it. Someone gave me the code. Cabin Fever, the remake, picked it up cheap. Captain America First Avenger, because at that point the digital codes came with the movies when they first came out. Castaway, awesome film. Another $2.99 Arrow, The Cat and Nine Tails, another Dario Argento, yet to see. Drill in the Corn, and 1 and 2. So these obviously came out released on 4K. Well, the first one was. I've never seen them, but I thought I'd pick them because these were $2.99. That's 4K. Clash of Titans remake, which I enjoyed. Again, Climax, another one I haven't seen. I'm going to a lot of these I haven't seen, especially Arrow ones. I'm kind of getting them to watch at a later time as opposed to paying $7.99. They're here forever. Collateral, a cheap one again. I never pay a full price. That's 4K. Christopher Walken in Communion. Crash, another Arrow title in 4K. I recently picked this one up. Kurt Russell in Dark Blue. Dark Water, another one. Dead Don't Die. Death of Me, which was like $1.99, 99 pence. Watched it, it's rubbish, don't want to watch it again. Deep Red, another 4K upgrade. The Deeper You Dig, Arrow Demons, which you know I watched recently and I didn't like, but I still got the second one to watch. Both of those are in 4K. Dog Soldiers, although Second Sight, I believe, are obviously doing this in a 4K transfer. This is a 4K one, and the picture looks alright. It is still a tad grainy. Donnie Darko, the anniversary edition, 4K. Drive, recently picked that up, $1.99, can't go wrong. Live, Die, Repeat, Edge of Tomorrow, 4K. We don't have it physically, but it's 4K on here. And then we have Equilibrium, a great movie with Christian Bale. Event Horizon, absolutely great movies from the director of Resident Evil. Definitely well worth watching if you haven't seen it. Takeshi Miike's First Love, yet to see it. Ghost in the Shell, it's alright, 4K picture's good. Ghost of War, which again didn't have any physical release apart from DVD over here. Picked that up, really enjoyed that. Godzilla, 4K, Good, Bad and Ugly. Can only get that 4K import from America. I think it's a Kino Lorber edition, I could be wrong. Well, it's 4K. Green Mile, currently still HD, but that will be upgraded to 4K soon, I'm sure. The Guilty, the original Norwegian version of Jake Gyllenhaal's title, which is now on Netflix. Hangover Part 2. The Happening, one of my favourite M. Night Shyamalan movies. I know not many people do like it, but I do. Happy Death Day 1 and 2, both enjoyed those movies, kind of a teen horror one. Harpoon, another Arrow title. The Hate You Give, no idea anything about that one. Heat, 4K, awesome. If you haven't seen that, please do. Heathers, great title. Hellbound, Hellraiser 2, which I prefer to the original. Hellraiser 3. Henry V, which I studied at school in the Battle of Agincourt. Yet to watch it again, but I remember watching it in the mid or early 90s. Wes Craven's original Hills of Eyes 1 and 2, again, cheap. Hitman's Bodyguard, still yet to see it. Hounds of Love, another Arrow title. Hulk, again, when the digital titles were cheap and free with the Blu-rays. The Hunt, Mads Mikkelsen, another Arrow title. I know what he did last summer. The Illusionist, which came out at the same time as Christopher Nolan's The Prestige. I enjoyed both of these ones. This one's got Edward Norton. And then we have In the Line of Fire, 4K with Clint Eastwood. Inception, 4K. Another Arrow title, Innocent in a Ghostland. Iron Man 2. Jack Reacher, number 2. Joan of Arc, another film I really enjoyed in the 90s. Really good film with Mia Jovovich. JSA, free one that you got about the history of the Joker. Jurassic Park, and then Jurassic Park 3. The Lost World is here, but obviously it's alphabetical. King of New York, another 4K. Late Mungo, got it cheap, hadn't seen it before, watched it, didn't like it, there you go. Last of the Mohicans, amazing film. If you haven't seen that, please give it a watch. Leon, another amazing film. Let Me In, Matt Reeves remake, director of the new Batman is on there. Life, 4K, got to be The Lion King. I don't have many Disney animated, it's got to be on there. Logan, 4K. The Lost World, because it's alphabetical, 4K. Man from U.N.C.L.E., another recent Arrow purchase is The Mangler. I haven't watched that yet. Maniac Cop, a film I remember posters of when I was younger, in the movie stores when I used to go to Blockbuster or local VHS stores to rent it. Never seen it. Minority Report, great Steven Spielberg. Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. Monster, I haven't watched that yet, but it's from the guy who did Splinter, I believe. I could be wrong, so I'm looking forward to that. Munich, again, the digital cut from the premium collection. Remake of Nightmare on Elm Street, which I don't mind. We have one Cut of the Dead, yet to watch, but I'm looking forward to it. We have the Missed Call Trilogy, one Missed Call Trilogy. The remake of Papillon, which I enjoyed, but still not as good as the original. Then we have Paranormal Activity 2 and 3. Peanut Butter Falcon, which is a great movie. The original Pet Cemetery in 4K. Phenomena with Dario Argento, again, 4K upgrade. Platoon, probably one of the best war films ever. Absolutely brilliant Oliver Stone film. Predator 1, 2 and 3 in 4K. Prometheus, one of my favourites in 4K. Prospect, Psycho 4K, Pulse, Arrow, The Quake, which I highly recommend, is a Norwegian film, which is a kind of a follow-on from The Wave. Steven Spielberg's Ready Player One in 4K. Rings, a free digital download. The Ring trilogy on there. Then we have Rise of the Planet of the Apes 4K. Robin Hood, classic from my youth. Robocop 4K before it got released by Arrow. Then we have Safe House, which is a film I watched a few times. Scarface 4K, The Amazing Schindler's List. Sherlock Holmes, number 1. Shooter, which recently got released on 4K here. It was on physically. Now this has now been upgraded to 4K on here. Skyfall, Spaceballs, amazing Mel Brooks film. Speed 4K, Splinter, amazing. If you haven't seen that, it's a very, very good and underrated horror movie. Stand By Me, not the biggest fan of that movie, if I'm perfectly honest. Star Trek 1, 2 and 3, all in 4K. Summer of 84 in 4K, good film. Super 8 in 4K, but didn't quite enjoy it that much. Tale of Two Sisters, highly recommended by somebody for me, so I thought I'd give it a go. Again, $2.99 cheap. I'm going really quick through these because I've got quite a few. The second Turtles, Out of the Shadows. Tom Hanks, That Thing You Do, good film. About a band similar to the Beatles getting into success, really worth a watch. The remake, or the original, well, the remake of The Thing, but it's not a remake, it's a prequel of The Thing. Thor, Tomb Raider 4K, Transformers 3, 2 and 5, I think, I could be wrong. Transformers the movie. Tron Legacy, which although it's just Blu-ray, looks great on a 4K telly. Underwater, one of my favourites of a couple of years ago, with Kristen Stewart, 4K. Vanilla Sky 4K, one of my favourites as well, another underrated movie. Really, really enjoyed that. Cameron Crowe movie from the guy that did Almost Famous. Versus, which is recommended to me, haven't got around to watching it yet. War for the Planet of the Apes, 4K. War of the Worlds, one of my all-time favourite classic movies from 1953, that's in 4K. Watchmen and Watchmen Ultimate Cut, both in 4K. What We Do in the Shadows, a great comedy. One of my favourite books when I was a kid was Where the Wild Things Are, and this is the movie. Who Framed Roger Rabbit in 4K. And then we have Willow, another one from my youth. Just Ron Howard film, really good. Willy Wonka, got that for the wife. I'm not a big fan of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, if I'm honest with you. Wolf, again, as I keep saying, another 90s horror movie with Jack Nicholson and Michelle Pfeiffer. Really like that. X-Men Origins, we'll quickly move on. X-Men First Class, another free one, Triple X, never watched it. Zombie Flesh Eaters, really fancy watching that one. Zombie for Sale. And then the last one, which is not going to show me because my picture's in the way, so if I can move it, can it? There we go. Is 2012, also in 4K. So I'm moving my thing back. So if we go back, TV shows I've got Man vs. Wild and the Father Ted Christmas specials. That's it. And as you can see, these are my recent purchases. So there you go. That is all of my current UK iTunes titles. So there you go. That is my Apple iTunes UK collection. I hope I didn't bore you to death. Apologies if it did. I know there's a lot of 50-50 with people with regards to, well, I want physical media, I want digital media. I'm very much in the middle. As you can see behind me, I do like having my physical media. I like to hold something. You get a lot more content with them sometimes. You know, there's special features, although you kind of have iTunes extras on there. They're not always on there. Whereas if you have the physical copy, then you've got the behind the scenes and gag reels and everything on there, which I don't listen to commentary, but I do watch the making of featurettes and things like that. So sometimes I prefer to get them. If it's a collection like Marvel or DC, I want to have them physically. If a movie I really, really like, then I want to have physically. Otherwise, it'll just be digital for the time being. So yeah, so there you go. So what's your thoughts on digital movies? Are you up for them or are you not? I mean, looking at the prices of them, $2.99. Or if you keep an eye on the cheap chart sales, you can see them for pretty good value, especially with the 4K content. Although it's very similar with Netflix and Disney Plus, the streaming, depending on your broadband or fiber speed, they could be pixelated. Whereas with the physical copy, you don't have that problem. So yeah, I get that. But yeah, if they're cheap, why not? So there you go. So anyway, that is my part one, which is my UK iTunes collection. Like I said, drop us a comment below, tell me what you think. And if you're a new subscriber, thank you very much for joining the channel. Everybody else, and included the whole world, whoever's watching this, don't forget to please like, share and subscribe. I'd very much appreciate that. Part 2 of my US iTunes will be coming soon, and then part 3 will be my Google Play account, which may be problematic in doing, but we'll move on with that. So anyway, thanks for watching. This is Geordie Paul, last surviving member of Magpie Movies, signing out, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye for now.